March 23rd, 2022, and it is 6 o'clock p.m. We want to thank you all so much for joining us. And I'm going to stop this transcription. The purpose of this meeting this evening is to understand the stakeholders who are our, which we will go over later, who provide input for our school, understand the school family compact and parent family engagement plan to provide input for our school, also to collect feedback via a survey on the school family compact and parent and family engagement plan. I'm going to be honest, those words are tongue twisters. So for the duration of our presentation, I'll probably say compact and PFEP. So those will be regarding our school family compact and our parent and family engagement plan. What is the purpose of the meeting? Our meeting is just basically our school compact and PFEP are jointly developed to build parent and family capacity, participation to review the Title I plan, and also to review our budget, which is the 1% set aside by Title I for our parent and family engagement program, which we will discuss later in the presentation. Who are our stakeholders who provide input? Oops. Sorry about that. That was right over mercy. Title I requires that all Title I schools, such as Brookview, ensure that all parents and families and staff, as well as students, are given the opportunity to provide meaningful consultation and jointly develop our school compact, our PFEP, and as well as the district parent and family engagement plan. So what is the school compact? Where are my little notes? I'm sorry. The school parent compact is for achievement. It's an agreement that parents, student, and teachers develop together. It explains how the parents and teachers will work together to make sure that all students reach grade level standards. Once again, it is jointly developed, a shared responsibility, linked to learning, as well as increased academic achievement. Where is our compact located? You can always find our compact located on our school website, our Brookview website, as well as our Panda newsletter, which is released every Friday, as well as clicking those QR codes. If you have a phone, you're able to scan those QR codes, and this presentation will be shared later. Actually, it'll be shared in our newsletter this week, so you can review it as well. And I'm going to let Mrs. Wallace take this part.
So, number one, thank you so much for being here this afternoon, especially after a long work day and for us, a long school day. We are thankful to have each and every one of you, and we had a good parent turnout this morning, and to see people here this afternoon makes my heart happy. I am going to talk to you a little bit about our academic goals that are listed in our Title I School and Family Compact. And for the 2021 and 2022 academic school year, we had goals that were set around the assessments that we utilize for all students in our building. One in particular was the iReady diagnostic. Our kindergarten through second grade students, actually all our students K-5 take the iReady diagnostic 3 times a year: the beginning of the year, the middle of the year, and the end of the year. So what I want you to know is we have one more test administration of iReady happening beginning in late April and through May. So we want to make sure that everyone is aware of that, and make sure that their kids do their absolute best on this test administration, because this is how we start determining students for the talented and gifted program, advanced and accelerated placements. So this data matters, and I want parents to be informed about that. With that being said, being it's such a significant assessment for us and tool, we have goals set for our students. Our goals for this school year was by May 2022, 80% of our students will meet their typical growth as measured by iReady Reading Diagnostic and iReady Math Diagnostic. I'm happy to say 3/4 of our school has already met that goal. So we're going to exceed that goal ultimately for our school. I want to make you aware, though, that third, fourth, and fifth have different goals because they are high stakes testing grades for Georgia. And so their goals are set towards their proficiency. We have 80% of our students will score at proficient level or above on the Georgia Milestones assessment in English, or which is the reading language arts, or the math, I should say. So what that means for you is our kids need to show up and show out on the Georgia Milestones because we have goals to show their mastery, and proficiency is our goal. So we don't want our kids to just pass the Georgia Milestone. We want them to be proficient learners, meaning on grade level and ready for the next grade level. So we need them to show mastery, which is why it's important for you to be informed. Now, for the 2022-2023 school year, our academic goals are very similar. The difference is we will be out of this transition back from COVID into traditional everyday, let's hit it hard for academic school year. So what will happen is not only are our teachers expected to push our kids and help them meet their typical growth, that means what you're expected to do in the school year, we want them to also make their stretch growth, meaning did they get beyond the grade level expectation? Did we push them further than that? So they have to meet their typical growth and stretch growth on their iReady reading and math diagnostic. Again, iReady assessments are important. We need you to encourage your students to make sure that they're taking that test administration seriously and that they are really, really putting 150% effort or more on it, because this determines a lot of factors for your child. I'm going to say it one more time. iReady data is one of the criteria or factors that is utilized for our talented and gifted program determination. It is also one of the data points that is utilized for advanced and acceleration placement for grade levels. So we need that coupled with Georgia Milestones data to reflect our students' actual abilities and what they can do. So again, the proficiency level for Georgia Milestones is what we're aiming for. We are not just looking for level 2s, which means they passed, but it doesn't mean that they're quite on grade level. We're looking for levels 3 and above. 3 is proficiency, and 4s mean you exceeded, you are above that. So we're looking for level 3s and level 4s on this Georgia Milestones in reading and math. So parents, if you have kids in the current 3rd, 4th, and 5th, start doing some work here. There's a lot of work. We've been doing a lot of test prep. We've been getting you guys ready. We've had workshops for Georgia Milestones. We need you to really, truly, really make sure your kids come to school ready for this, because we want to meet and exceed our goals. Are there any questions here? All right. Can you go to the next one? Oh, I'm sorry. Did you have a question, sir?
Oh no, ma'am. I was just agreeing with you. Yes, I'm have to get them on it too. So it'll be more a team effort than just more on y'all end.
Absolutely. And I want to share with you at the end, I'm going to talk to you about a way that you can do that, particularly over spring break, which is coming. So I will jump in and share a little bit of that as well, but I don't want to go too far off script for Title I purposes. So we'll go through the regular run, and then at the end, I'll kind of talk to you about those action steps you can do to support this. All right, so let's talk about our focus areas. Every single year, we have focus areas that we're leaning into, and our focus areas are literacy and mathematics, because we know those are life skills that will take our kids far. We are not just focusing on the basic. We want our kids to be able to read in terms of just calling out words. We need them to be able to read and understand what they read. So we are really, really honing in on sight word recognition and reading for fluency and comprehension. Comprehension is key. So that means we are focusing heavily on literacy strategies that help our kids understand what they read. It's one thing to be able to call out words, but then did you understand what you read, and did you actually internalize that? So that's our literacy focus. Now, mathematics, This is where we have some work to do, and we're actually seeing a lot of growth in this area. We are honing in on developing the understandings of basic computations, addition, subtraction, division, and benchmark fractions and multiplication. So what I need from you, my ask of every parent is number one, read with your kid every single day and ask them questions about what happened in the story. Make sure they can retell it to you. Ask them why things happened in the story. And then number two, practice those addition, subtraction, multiplication, and division facts, and they need to know them automatically. Automatically, like, so when we're talking fluently, they should be able to answer, like if you say 9 plus 4, 3 seconds or less. So when we're talking fluently, they should not have to count on fingers. They should know it by memory. So I really need your support with that, because what happens in third, fourth, and fifth, our kids are spending so much time trying to get the math facts part, but that's just the beginning of their math skills. If you're doing a 3 or 4 digit multiplication problem and you still are struggling with the basic one factor by one factor, that's a trouble area. So I'm asking for your support there with our focus areas. All right, Ms. Freeman, if you will go to the next one. So let's talk about the strategies that we're going to do to make sure we meet these goals. And the strategies, some of you have been really taking part in the things that we've already been doing for this year, but I want to encourage everyone to take advantage of the resources coming for next year. So number one, our goal is, and I want to be very transparent, our data this year coming back out of 2 years of COVID school years showed that over 80% of our kids came in below grade level in reading and math. So we had a lot of work to do to try to close gaps, and we still have a lot of work to do to get that right. And so the biggest lever there is making sure that we provide high quality tier 1 instruction for our students every single day. So our teachers have been participating in professional development, trainings, and practice perfect opportunities so that they can perfect their instructional craft and make sure those instructional strategies are solid for their children. The other thing that we're doing is we're utilizing interventions to target deficit skills. So when we're talking about interventions based on the iReady data, we are able to find out the deficits, the targeted skills that the kids did not master. And then we actually have time built into our instructional day where we are working with them on those deficits to make sure that they get that caught up. So we find the gaps and try to fill the gaps so that we can then move on and get them to where they need to be instead of playing catch up. So that is why the intervention time matters, which is why I need your help here by making sure your kids get to school on time. When they are late, guys, they are missing the intervention block or part of their tier 1 instruction. So again, I'm asking for your support with that. And then the actual activities that we are providing to make sure we hit the goals and support your child, we are doing extended learning. A lot of our parents have participated with that, where we're doing the free tutoring. Kindergarten through 5th has had free tutoring. We even added pre-K this year to make sure we gave every kid an opportunity to get supports. We will be having summer school. Summer school will be offered grades 1st through 5th grade, and you can register online on our website, and we'll have that information posted in our newsletter for this week. Also, iReady. You have access to iReady. Please make sure your kids use it every single day. 30 minutes of reading, 30 minutes of math at minimum. They know how to log in. We do it every single day in the school day. Our kids are very familiar. And then we will continue to purchase the iReady workbooks that we utilize in school to go along with that, to support that instruction. We also will do Illuminate assessments. So for those who are unfamiliar, Illuminate is our assessment testing system where we can create formative assessments to kind of let us know if the kids mastered the content being taught. So what that means is we check for students' understanding. After a teacher has taught the lesson, then we're going to do, okay, you taught the lesson. Now let's do a quick 1 to 4 question check in to see if you got what we just taught. And if we didn't, based on the data we pulled from Illuminate, we see when we need to reteach and go back and revisit skills that may be problematic for future growth. So I want you to understand that we are doing a lot of work. We're doing the right work, but I want you to be informed about what happens for your kids every single day. Are there any questions regarding any of the things that we just shared? Thank you so much. Ms. Freeman, if you would go to the next slide for me. So let's talk about the responsibilities as a school. So as a school, we have responsibilities. As your principal, I have a huge responsibility. And my job solely is to make sure that every single teacher provides high quality curriculum and instruction, and that they're utilizing the appropriate resources. That includes the Fulton County curriculum, our Georgia standards, and making sure that we engage parents and give them opportunities to participate in the learning so that they are aware of the instructional needs and demands of the school. Make sure that we provide resources for you in our parent resource room. And which you, if you do not know or are unfamiliar, Ms. Freeman has a parent resource room. There are materials there that you can check out from the school that we purchase based on the feedback you provide, which is why today is so important. So I'm glad you're here. I need you to be informed, but I really need feedback from you so that we know how to continue to grow and make things better. You want me to take over? I can handle this one because I can't tell if you were about to talk or not.
I was, because you know when you are on a roll, and I love hearing. Go, go, go.
All right. So now, you know, I have a responsibility and my staff has a responsibility, and then we definitely have responsibilities of our parents and our families. And your responsibility is to make sure you attend our parent workshops. We give valuable information, particularly for reading and math strategies to help your child at home. One of the reasons we do the workshops the way we do it is we use the feedback based on what you say, which is why it's important for you to, number one, give us the feedback. Number two, be in attendance to receive the supports that you ask for. We want you to, it's your responsibility as a parent or family to read our lovely newsletter that gets sent out every single Friday. The newsletter has important information, not just about our school. We share community workshop information. We share community news. For example, we share about, like, our partner, one of our partners is the Church of Chapel Hill. We share that they have a food distribution happening this Saturday at 10 o'clock. Things of that nature are in there, but if you're not reading it, you're not informed. We also make sure that as parents, you understand that you have resources that are accessible to you and things that you could be targeting with tips for instruction, such as using sight words, practicing phonemic awareness and phonics, practicing addition and subtraction. We give strategies and educational websites. So we need you to read the communications coming home from the school. And we need you to also utilize that parent resource center. We actually purchase materials for you, and we don't want it collecting dust. We want you to check it out. We want you to practice with flashcards with your kids and not have to worry about if you have flashcards. We want to be able to provide that for you, and you utilize and check them out and then let someone else use it. So again, that's the whole point of this, a collaborative effort to support the child. Did I miss anything, Ms. Freeman?
No, awesome. And also, hopefully, next year, everything will be normal, normal, normal. And you all will be able to come into the building because, guys, I have so much stuff. It's hard. It would take forever to name everything that's in there. And sometimes just reading it and seeing it are two totally different things. I have games that you all can play as families. We have flashcards. We have manipulatives. We also have a computer set up with a printer in the parent resource room that is available to use for parents specifically. So just wanted to add that in there. Thank you, Mrs. Wallace. That was awesome.
And I want to just echo that. And my responsibility is to make sure that I have allocated funds to keep those resources in stock for you. So that's a big piece of what our work is, and making sure that we have like that these resources mean something for families, and that they are able to connect the school with the home, and then we want a true school to home connection. All right, if you would please. All right, that's you, Miss Freeman.
Oh,
Okay,
I
I'll
see.
take it. It's
Hey, I
technically
was enjoying listening to you. Please.
it's not her, it's me. So the responsibilities of the students are big. Number one, I'm gonna add to this. Our responsibility. Uh-oh, the slide shifted. We want to make sure that we are getting our kiddos to utilize a reading log, or that they are reading with their parents and we have proof of it. So next school year, understand we're going to have a universal reading log where we want you to log your minutes, and we'll have incentives tied into that. At minimum, reading with you and reading to you should take place at least 20 minutes a day at minimum. Now, the students have a responsibility to use the literacy and math materials that we provided to parents at our academic workshops and resources that we share. And they should use the tools that we purchase for them. For example, if you don't know what Mayan is, you should. That is a resource purchased for students, and it is like Netflix for books that is in their class link, where they have access to thousands of books and they can read at their leisure with you, and we pay for it at the school for you. So make sure you're utilizing it. Again, I'm going back to iReady. Make sure we're using iReady, because that's a resource that's also accessible to you. So those are the responsibility of our kids. And when we give resources, we gave in the beginning and in the middle of the pandemic, we gave our school resource packs for every single child, with manipulatives to use while we were swapping from face to face to virtual and back and forth. When we get those resources, use them and keep up with them. That's the responsibility of the student. And then make sure your students come to school on time, ready to learn every single day. And the book access, thanks Miss Grace for asking. The app for the book, and it's in your student's class link, is Mayan. And Miss Pierce, if you don't mind helping me manage the chat too, that'd be great. Mayan is awesome. It is colorful. It has read aloud options. So if a kid struggles with reading, that doesn't have to stop them for reading. They can click it and it'll read it to them. We want our kids exposed to a variety of books, a variety of genres. So please utilize this. Then we also now have Accelerated Reader. So that will tie into Mayan. Mayan has the books. Accelerated Reader has the quizzes for the books. So we'll be giving points and prizes for kids who read books. We're going to do a huge book kickoff for next school year, where they'll get to earn prizes as it relates to their scores and passing rates on the assessments that go along with the books. So again, be aware, because these resources are purchased and ready for you to use. Any questions for us right now? And thank you for the questions in the chat. Again, it's located on ClassLink, and that is literally, if you go to Brookview's website, which is fultonschools.org/Brookview ES, you'll see an icon, and you'll see the word called ClassLink. You just click it, and when you click it, you literally have your kids to log in with their lunch number and their date of birth. No dashes, no slashes. So 2-digit day, 2-digit month, 4-digit year.
And I'm going to tag in really quickly. Parents, I'm a parent as well. I'm going to be honest with y'all. Do not let your kids play you. They log into ClassLink every single day. So they know their student ID number. And guess what? If they can't remember it, please send us an email, and we will, of course, upon verification, we will send you that student number, just so you'll have it in case they forget again. So please feel free to email us if they temporarily forget. But our students know how to log onto ClassLink. Our kindergartners, they do it every single day. to access iReady as well as Mayan and other features. So, like I said, if you need any support with that student ID number, we will be able to provide that for you.
All right, that's you, Ms. Freeman.
I'm sorry, I was still on mute. So we want, not only do we want, we need your feedback for all of those things Mrs. Wallace just discussed. We want your input on our school compact, and we want those academic goals that she discussed. If you feel like there's something else that you would like to see us work on, please let us know. That can be inputted on that survey that will be provided at the end of the presentation. So what is a parent and family engagement plan? The goal of the PFEP is to increase student achievement by engaging and empowering our parents and other stakeholders, once again, our teachers, our students, and our all staff members, to become actively involved in our students' education across all grade levels. So this doesn't stop at 5th grade. This goes in Title I schools, this goes all the way and beyond to their senior year. Once again, it is jointly developed to build those partnerships between home and school to reach our academic success. And they are distributed, once again, through our school website, as well as our Panda newsletter every week. Feedback from 2001, 2002, excuse me, goodness gracious, I went all the way back, 2021 to 2022, basically stated that our parents loved our frequent two-way communication, which is communication between home and school. And guys, this is so small that I cannot even see the bottom of that. So I do apologize. And this will be shared later on, as well as I will share the PowerPoint in case you want to look over it later. So I do apologize. I cannot blow that up. Actually, I'll be right back. Let me go to my other PowerPoint.
Well, it's okay. Essentially, we learned from we took the feedback from last school year and we implemented it. Parents shared with us that they wanted our opportunities to engage in the morning and the afternoon. Hence, our Title I plan, our Title I meeting, we had a 9 a.m. option and a 6 p.m. option to accommodate families. Parents shared with us the kind of workshops, the best forms of communication, like the preferred forms of communication. They all of that feedback is what we use to make instructional decisions and support decisions for families. So again, this is why we're asking for feedback from each one of you, because it matters and it literally informs our practice and our decisions. Without you, we are basically shooting in the dark. Parents guide our decisions and how we move to support our kids. And we need to hear what support you need. Let me give you an example. We have some 5th grade parents that called us flat out and said, I am struggling with this new 5th grade math. Can you please do a math workshop with some of these strategies? We absolutely can, as long as we know. And the only way we know is if you communicate to and from school, which is why we do the surveys.
I apologize. Life was happening behind me. I do apologize. And also from our last year's survey, we surveyed parents, and they said, like Mrs. Wallace said, that all of our parents and workshops were at convenient times. Like she said, we had an AM and a PM session. And not only when we don't have an AM and PM session, those sessions are recorded, and they are located on our YouTube channel, our Brookview YouTube channel, as well as our parent Panda newsletter. So for instance, this recording here will be on our Panda newsletter this Friday for those parents who weren't able to join us, so we still can get their input as well. So where is our PFEP located? Glad you asked. Once again, it is located on our school website, our Brookview website. I shared that in the chat, and it's on our Panda newsletter. And if you don't know where our website is, or if you forget, it's also on our Panda newsletter, as well as our Instagram, our Facebook, our Class Dojo. What other social media do we have?
Twitter. We also have
Twitter. So guys, we are covering all bases. We are trying to reach all parents every way possible. We want to reach you all and So we're available, and also by email, and our email addresses are on the website as well, and you can email us directly from the website. What is the Title 1% budget set aside? What is it used for? So once again, it is about those resources that are in our parent resource room. And guys, I got so much new stuff. I had to get new shelving and everything because unfortunately during the pandemic, parents weren't able to read to check it out. But we were still come in and check it out. I apologize. But our funds never stopped. So I was still able to order those games, those manipulatives, those resources. So I'm actually proud of the way the resource center looks now because we have so much to choose from, and it goes all the way from pre-K to fifth grade. So we have something for everyone in the parent resource room. And additionally, your input is needed on some things that you all would like to see in there. I can't purchase digital resources, but remember on ClassLink, if you check it out, Fulton County has provided so many resources beyond Mayan, beyond iReady. There's so much stuff on there, guys. So just get on there with your students and just check it out. There are so many resources for free, well, for free for us because Fulton County has already paid for them.
And so let me give you an example. Microsoft Office, if you are computer owners and you have to purchase that software every year because they make you purchase the licensing, your kid has access to all the Microsoft tools from Excel, PowerPoint, Teams, Word, you name it, even they have access because it is purchased through the district. But if you've never gone into your child's ClassLink to see what all resources or tools are already loaded for them, that's where you're missing out on some great things that support instruction. So we really want you to check out ClassLink and make your kid log in and look at what's in there and see what you can access so that you are informed and know all of the resources already ready for you to use with your kid at home. I'm going to go ahead and say this one more time, but we really, really want to know, what do you want in your parent resource room? So again, the feedback from you is to tell us, like, we know our pre-K parents told us, hey, we need some letter cards. We're still trying to get our little ones to know and identify their letters and letter sounds. So what we did, we purchased them. They wanted to know about, we needed some more flashcards for multiplication facts. So some of our kids were struggling, parents wanted to check them out. We bought it so that parents could check them out. So these are the things, that's the feedback that came to us. But again, it's only the ones whose voices are heard that we are able to hear and then support. So make sure that you help us get feedback from people. So if you know people that should have been here, encourage them to still give us feedback on the survey. It doesn't stop us from growing. It doesn't stop us from getting better every year. But the thing is, we have to get actual feedback from you to improve. Any questions so far? Because I know we're going through a lot, but we want you to be informed because we are a federally funded school. That's what Title I means. And we are responsible by law to make sure parents are informed about how these dollars are spent, what our resources mean, and then what it means to have a family compact, a parent family engagement plan. Did I get it right? Yeah, PFEP, that's what we call it. So yes.
So as Mrs. Wallace just explained, just like our school has a PFEP, our district has a PFEP as well. And that basically is the same. It describes how parents can be involved basically in the development and implementation in the district and the district school Title I plan as well. And I apologize, as well as how the district will ensure the schools are meeting mandated family engagement requirements by the state of Georgia. So basically, the things that you want to see from us, what do you want to see from our district? And they have two upcoming meetings on March 29th and March 31st. So that invitation has been shared on Class Dojo, and it also will be shared again in our Panda newsletter for this week. So just like you're joining us for this input meeting, you're able to give input on the district parent family engagement plan. So just want to throw that out there and keep that in mind. Because we are Title I school in the South End, and we want our help and support. And there's no better place to hear that from than the parents. because you know Principal Wallace fights for us and our teachers fight for our pandas. We need our pandas, our parents to fight for our pandas as well on a district level. Shh, I apologize. Um, so, are there any questions on the district PFAP? So here is where we need your input in the chat. In just a moment, I'm going to share this input link. It's also been shared on Class Dojo. And I'm sorry I keep saying this, but I want to get those words in your head. Class Dojo and the Panda newsletter. Check them every day. Panda newsletter every Friday. Class Dojo. Teachers are sending out things every day, and we have a school class dojo as well as individual teacher class dojos. If you're not linked up, please let us know. We will make sure you are routed in the right direction to get on those dojos. So I'm going to share this survey in the chat. It takes about 3 to 5 minutes, but we want your feedback as well as parents and students in grades 3 through 5. There's a student survey as well using this exact same link. So please, please, please allow your students to do it as well. It is called the Title I Input Meeting or Input Survey. So that's what you're going to click. If it's a drop-down menu, it's going to be the Title I Input Meeting. And once again, I'm going to share that in the chat. Ms. Wallace, I'll let you tag in real quickly while I get that link.
Okay. I was taking copious notes, so I'm going to tag in about something else. Is that okay? I kind of want to give them a random show about next week because I need every single kid to come to school. You want to do your next part first?
I'm going to do the last part so I can close this recording, and then we're going to get in some Brookview business.
Yes. Yes.
Okay.
Yes, yes.
So, guys, I just shared that evaluation, the input link, the input survey in the chat. That's for all parents, all stakeholders. If you know someone who owns a business in East Point or someone who owns a business near our street, please give them this link as well. They are community stakeholders. We want their input as well because we don't want to see Brookview go anywhere. And so we want the community to reach out and let us know what they want to see from Brookview as well. So we want their input as well. This is a little quick screenshot. There's going to be a drop down menu when you go to the input survey. You're going to select Brookview Elementary. And you're going to say, I am a parent at the school. And if you are a staff member and a parent, you're going to select that option as well. And if you're a community member, I believe it has that checkpoint as well. So please, and if you are a student, it's going to ask you if you're a student. So once again, students 3 through 5th grade, 3rd through 5th grade can complete this survey as well. We're taking input all the way up till March 31st, but I will ask slash beg that when this meeting is over, please go ahead and do the input survey because life happens, things happen, you get busy, and then you're like, I'll do it later, and then it never happens. But we want to hear from you honestly. It takes about 3 to 5 minutes, and I'll share it again on Dojo after this meeting ends, just in case you can't get the survey link right now. So here's my shameless little plug. Any questions at this point? Any questions about anything that we've discussed this evening? Please feel free to unmute your mic or I think we've answered all the questions in the chat. But if you have any questions at this point, please feel free to unmute your mic. And I know this was a lot of information, but this is recorded and it will be shared again, once again on our YouTube page. And in the newsletter, there'll be a little link that you'll be able to access the YouTube video quickly as well.
All right. So if there are no questions, I would like to switch gears. So if you would stop the recording.
Absolutely. Let me drop this evaluation link. If you all would please do the evaluation also. This is basically just to evaluate the effectiveness of this meeting this evening. I'm going to drop that link in. And if you would just do that, you're going to select Brookview again as the drop down. And it is for the Title I input meeting. And I'm stopping the recording right now.
All right. So we need you to do both.